Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. A video today all about some of my latest knits, yarn purchases, works in progress. So we'll just keep it casual like that. It's been a very long time since I filmed a video like this. To be honest, I haven't been able to do a lot of filming. I've still been doing a lot of knitting, but not as much as before. Obviously, the pandemic, when we were all in lockdown, I had a lot more time at home. Now I go to work, so I only have the weekend, sometimes to do filming, sometimes to just rest and do knitting. This week I am on holiday, so I'm just enjoying some time at home, doing all the admin and also finishing some projects, blocking some projects, and maybe writing up a pattern. I'm working on that. So let's start with the finished projects that are not my own patterns, I would say. Well, I only have a couple. So the older one that I finished was wow, can't remember. I can't remember the name of it. What was it called? Let me get the book. I've been eyeing this vest for over a year and I can't believe that I forgot the name of it. Let me find it. Oh, it's from actually it's Jade Starmore's A Collector's Item book, and this was a purchase in the late winter, early spring, because I wanted to buy the kit for the vest, but also the pattern doesn't come along with the kit, so I needed to purchase the book, and I'm so happy I did, because even though it's a little bit, the pictures are a little bit old-fashioned in it, most of the patterns have been updated with new colors and more like modern pictures. So Suzani vest, that's the one. All right, let me show you a picture of it in the book. Here it is. That's the vest. I will try to insert pictures to the side of my finished project. This one is with a blue background and it's got red and orange colors in it. I didn't want that one. I wanted more like the neutrals, and this is what it looks like. So as you can see, it's more like a beigey background, even though you would think that all these light colors are all one color. No, no, no. There's so many different colors in it. And I don't know if you can see. I will insert pictures. I have done modifications. I have done a corrugated ribbon for the bottom. I've done a Latvian braid, just for the fun of it. And then I had to calculate because I couldn't get gauge, and it was quite a bit of a struggle. I think the pattern was designed in like an old yarn that Jade Starmore used to sell, and now they have the Hebridean, so they had to update the pattern for the new yarn that they sell. I bought the kit that came with all the different colors, and also with a card pattern that is just an addition to the book pattern. So by getting a kit of the Suzani vest on Jade Starmore's website, you won't get the whole pattern. You will get just the additional or the adjustments that you need for the Hebridean. Oh, all my papers are falling out. For the Hebridean yarn. So you would need this book, which I'm glad I got. There are a few more designs in here. Obviously, a shawl that I want to knit, which is called Persian Tiles. This one here. So I want to knit that, but I want to make it into a blanket instead, so I would need double the quantity of yarn for this shawl. I will knit it in a different color combination. I'm still experimenting with that, hence the cushion I have here, which I'll talk to you in a minute about. So lots of other patterns in here. My favorite was the Suzani vest and the Persian tiles. So I don't know what else I'll knit from this book in the future, but I will let you know, so keep an eye on my Instagram. So yeah, this is the vest. I found that once I separate it, obviously it's sticked, so it's knitted bottom up with lots of sticks. So you have the stick for the armholes, the stick for the V-neck, and the stick for the back here. So you don't really know how you're gonna get on with it until you cut the sticks and try it on. And what I found with mine, and it's my fault I think, because I should have just tried so hard to get gauge and just go and follow the pattern row by row, but I tried to tweak stuff around. So I ended up with the shoulders pointing outwards a bit. That's why I've put an elastic to kind of gather the sleeves a little bit, so when I wear it, it kind of molds down on my shoulders, then sticking upwards. I do like the wide neck. It makes it look nice with, obviously I would wear it in the winter with like a long sleeve, maybe turtleneck, so it's nice to have a wide neck for it. I have done corrugated ribbon up here as well, which I think it looks better. And let me show you my sticks and how they look on the inside. I had a little bit of a trouble trying to get this V neck sorted, but I managed. And the amazing thing about using wool that is non-superwash is that it sticks to itself. So as you can see here, I did not have to do any stitching of my stick. I just folded it, and after I washed it and blocked it, it kind of sticks together there, so it creates a little bit of a bulk, especially because of all the ends that I had to weave in, but I like it. It's a nice winter vest that it doesn't really matter if it's a little bit chunkier or bulkier, but yeah. Here are the sticks for the arms on the inside. I have done a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 repeat of the bottom design, and I found that it fits me perfectly. Like I said, I didn't get gauge. I don't know why. I find in Alice Starmore's, I think she knits really, really tight, because even with this Persian tiles that I've knitted, I mean, my work was way bigger, which doesn't matter in a shawl or in a blanket, because your blanket is just going to be bigger. But with a garment that you want to wear it, then it does make a difference. Now mine fits fine. I'm happy with it. It's a little bit loose, which I wanted. I didn't want it fitted. But just bear in mind, if you're a loose knitter, or I don't know, the most important thing is to get gauge. And if you're not an experienced knitter, then you would find it a bit hard to adjust if you don't get gauge. So it's better if you try as much as possible to get gauge. So yeah, that is the Suzani vest, and I'm so happy with it. It's so light and so I don't know, it's like a work of art. I see it more like a tapestry. It's just gorgeous. So I have enough yarn probably to knit another one from the leftover that I had from the kit. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll knit a mini one, who knows, I shall see. So that is one project that I finished quite a while back, late winter, early spring. And then recently I finished the, I think it's called Glowum Cardigan by Caitlin Hunter, which is Boylan Knitworks on Instagram, and I use 3 different colors of KnitCrate Odin Wool's Calm. This is what I used. It's 80% wool, 10% silk, 10% mohair, DK weight, 211 meters per 100 grams. And I think I had 2 browns, 2 of the like a more muted green, and 1 bright green. And I also had some, I purchased some more because I like this yarn so much. And I made modifications for this as well. I don't know why I cannot stick to the pattern much. I always have to like add something or I don't know, make something else with it. So what I've done is when I switch colors, I did a row of pearls to kind of help with the color switch. I made it quite big. So it drapes down. I didn't do sleeves, I just did ribbing when I picked up for the sleeves. I just done ribbing and did the bind off. I made it quite long, so it's more like a throw over around the house kind of vest instead of a real cardigan, which I really like. I find this yarn drapes so much. It's a lot heavier than Hebridean yarn, and I think it's maybe the silk in it, I don't know, but as you can see, it bounces down a lot, so it's quite heavy and quite drapey, which is nice. It's nice in a long garment to be more like flowy. What else can I tell you about it? Yeah, I've got different shades of green in it, brown, and I am contemplating putting some pockets here, so maybe I'll put some pockets, I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. I haven't really worn it yet because the weather got a bit nicer. I don't want to speak too fast because it might get raining soon, but I'm sure it will be nice, you know, in the autumn, and I love the colors. Who knows, it might go to my mom because it's big enough to fit her as well. So if I don't end up wearing it much, then maybe it will go to my mom. We'll see. So that's, I've got one more finished object to show you, and then I've got some work in progress and some yarn to show you as well. This one is my newest what should I call it, baby, I guess. I have purchased some Malabrigo sock yarn, and I had in my head more like a triangular vitrali shawl. So I have last year I've made a vitrali shawl, which is a semicircle, so it has the sun at the top and the rays falling down, and then kind of like the stained glass windows at the bottom, and you finish with a picot edge. So in my head I wanted to do this pretty much the same, but more like a triangular shawl. So I started it that way, as you can see. I started with the rays, and then I stopped the rays, and then I was thinking, I'm not sure. I feel like the combination of yarn looks more like honeycomb than stained glass, even though if you look close, the colors are like, they've got deep purples, greens, blues, yellows, pinks. So it's not really like a honeycomb color, but from the distance, let me see. From the distance, like this, it looks more like multi-flower honeycomb, I guess, because that honey is darker. So, so I just kept going. I finished the rays, which will probably not be rays anymore. Then I've done some honeycomb, and then I said, oh, wouldn't that be nice if I could make some bees? So I looked through my, what's it called? 400 stitches, and I found this stitch called Wild Oats, which has these slip stitches. And then I said, oh, maybe if I put a bubble in between, then it will look a little bit like a bee. So I don't know what you think. My husband does think that they look like bees. I definitely think they look like bees. Obviously, because you see the honeycomb as well, and then it kind of tells you, yeah, that those should be bees because of the honeycomb. But I don't know. I like it that way. So yeah, I don't know what it's gonna be called. Maybe honeycomb, maybe fagure, which we will call honeycomb in Romanian. I don't know what I'm gonna call it, but so far it's just the shawl that I like, and I've taken notes, so I'm hoping to write a pattern for it. We'll see. Yeah, I love it. What I'm wearing the Tenure sweater. This is, I think, the second one I knitted. I have it in this, I think this is, it's a KnitCrate yarn, which is a single ply, and it has all these different colors in it. And then I didn't have enough, so I had another skein which is more like bluey, so I made the sleeves that color. But yeah, so yeah, that's my last finished object, I think. I can't remember. Oh, I've done a pair of socks, but they were a gift, so they've already gone away. Works in progress. I have an Avelli tee. So when I purchased the Glowum Cardigan pattern, I think I had a 20% off discount code. So I wanted to buy a summer tee pattern, and I bought an Avelli tee by Kaylin Hunter, and I was going to use Malabrigo sock for it, and then I said, hang on, I've got some leftover organic, what is it called? Cotton wool 350, I think. And this is the yarn I used for my Altogether sweater by Hohi Locatelli. And I just brought it so you can see it. So this is done in organic cotton wool. It's very thin, as you can see. The yarn is very thin, and I used 2.5 millimeter for that one. The brown color seems to be even thinner than the gray. I don't know if you can see. But I went down a needle size, well, from 2.5 I went to 2.25, and I started it, and I started it quite a few times, and I ended up doing a corrugated ribbon in just one color here, and then I was going to make the color work part yellow and white, and then continue with the brown. But when I did yellow and white together, they didn't really show the pattern much, so I decided just to do it in two colors. So I'm going to do brown, yellow, and then the top part is going to be brown. And I also have enough yarn to make a white top with a pink bottom, so we'll see how that goes. But this is how far I've gone. So I'm I am halfway through the color work, so I'm getting there. I'm hoping to finish the color work maybe by Wednesday, and then it's just smooth sailing up, knitting the top part, which is just stockinette. And yeah, that's the yarn I'm using, yellow and brown. So that's my only work in progress that I have at the moment, and I've been trying to keep it that way. I've been trying to knit on one project at a time and not have so many everywhere. So yeah, a couple of yarn skeins that I purchased. I purchased the Rowan Superwash worsted to make a pair of socks for my husband. This is pretty much the only worsted weight sock yarn that I find it lasts long in socks. I have knitted socks from many different kinds of yarns. I've tried non-superwash. They just make holes. So I had some, what was it? I can't remember. some yarn from Dogstone Wood, I think, and I made a pair of socks. I took them to work in winter and I wore them for a week and then I had holes in, so now I have to use my little mushroom to stitch the heels back up and maybe wear them, but I will try to use a superwash wool to mend them, otherwise I'm just gonna end up with holes again. So I always go to this is Rowan superwash worsted, and it's 100 grams. It's about a $7.99 Great British pounds here, so it makes a pair of shorter socks. If I have some more of this yarn roaming about, I will just add some stripes on the cuff to kind of make it a bit higher on the leg. But yeah, this is my go-to yarn for chunky winter socks. I have bought some cotton because we use dishcloth so much, not to wash with, but to pick the lids on pans or just to put a hot pan on. So I bought some KnitCrate Hobbycraft, I think it's 100%, yeah, 100% organic cotton. Now do excuse the state of these skeins. I don't know what's up with them. This is how I bought them, so I will have to wind them up again before I knit with them. But I wanted these two colors, yellow and beige, so I'm going to make a little bit of linen stitch, I think, to make some washcloth with these. I have also, like I showed you, bought some KnitCrate Ordine Wools Calm. So I have 3 skeins here. These two came without the, oh, excuse the lawnmower. These two came without the tags, so I don't remember the name. This one is Matcha, and it's very, very soft. I've knitted my Glowum Cardigan in 5 skeins I used. I still have quite a bit left over from that. It's very soft. It's got a big halo from the mohair and a sheen from the silk. So I've got those. And I also have 2 skeins of Malabrigo sock. Oh, I don't know if I remember. If I remember to tell you, these the 2 colors are Malabrigo sock in ochre and piedras. Is this one. And here I have Natural, which is just a plain white, and Primavera. I love this. Look at the gorgeous colors in this. Oh, I just love it. I don't know what these 2 are going to be, but so far I'll just look at them because they're just beautiful. So I think it's time to wrap up because I can hear the lawnmower outside and it's going to be very noisy. But thank you very much for watching. Keep an eye on my Instagram to know what I'm up to and where I'm at in my projects. And yeah, this is my Persian towels swatch. Sorry, I meant to talk about that and then I completely forgot. I bought some yarn to make a Persian towel shawl or blanket, and I wanted 2 different colors to see how they work together. I think this one up here is better, so I might go with that one. I'm not sure yet, but yeah, that is my Persian towels cushion. Thanks for watching. I will see you in my next one. Bye.